The 7th century before Prophet Muhammad. So here are some of the religions in and around Mecca. So you have paganism, of course, and this is widespread around Arabia. Over time, it came to Mecca as well. So Mecca wasn't originally monotheistic, right? Because it was established, it was empty, and then it became established by Hagar and Ismail and Ismail's descendants, and Abraham and his son Ismail built what's the Kaaba, which is a cube-like temple or building in which the one God was supposed to be worshipped in. So everybody knows the Kaaba, yes? Yeah. So the Kaaba, after a while, people start to bring idols. After centuries, idolatry comes to Arabia, and people start to fill the Kaaba, which was originally intended to be a place of worship for the one God. It became a place of worship for many gods and idolatry. Another religion prominent at that time was Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism it was founded by the prophet Zarathustra in the 10th or 11th century BCE. And it began as a monotheistic religion and later developed into dualism between good and evil. And they are also, yes. And oftentimes in histories of religion, you'll see that Zoroastrianism will be depicted as the first monotheistic religion or the first organized monotheistic religion. With Judaism, Jews experienced successive diasporas from lands of Canaan. In 70 CE, the Romans occupied Jerusalem, after which many Jews sought refuge in Arabia in the city of Yathrib. Yathrib would become known as Medina and had various Jewish tribes and also the two Arab tribes of the Aus and the Khazraj, which we're going to get to. But so when the Romans start persecuting the Jews then disperse out of Palestine, Syria, that region. And one of the places they go to is the city of Yathrib, which is Medina, which the Prophet Muhammad will migrate to later in his mission. Christianity evolved significantly since its beginnings by the 7th century. It became the state religion of the Roman Empire. In 325 CE, Jesus was recognized as both fully human and divine by the Byzantines. Trinitarian Christianity spread through the tribes of Ghassan and Tai in Syria. So you have the Ghassanids, which are in greater Syria, and the Lakhmids, which are in the Iraq region. And the Lakhmids and the Ghassanids often fought proxy wars for the Sasanians and the Romans. The Lakhmids tended to affiliate themselves with Zoroastrianism, and the Arabs of Syria affiliated themselves with the Byzantines and Christianity. The nature of Christ, divine or human, is Christ fully human? Is Christ both human and divine, or is Christ solely divine? Those becomes an issue of debate at that time. So the Christians in the Syria region were monophysites in that they believed that Jesus had a single nature, and that was that he was divine. Whereas the Romans believed, or the official creed was diophysite, which was that Jesus was both human and divine. And this becomes important, we'll see, after the Prophet Muhammad's death, and when Islam spreads into that region, it has a significance in the interactions with Muslims once Islam spreads out of Arabia. And the fourth form of faith is hanifism. A hanif was a primitive form of monotheism. This was just like, I don't know, maybe spiritual but not religious. Like they believe in God, but they don't really follow the rituals of their town and their city. They don't believe in idolatry. They're not into paganism, and so they just stay away from organized paganist religion of that time. So they believe in one God, and that's about it. So here's a map just to show you what Arabia and its surrounding areas looked like at the time. So this is Persia, and this is where Zoroastrianism is dominant. These were the Lakhmids and the Ghassanids. So these are Arab tribes that are Arab Christians. And then you have Judaism in Syria, Palestine, Jerusalem. And you have Judaism in Medina. This is where the Prophet will migrate. This is Mecca. So Mecca is here. This is where Hagar, Ismail, and their descendants settle. And this is where the Prophet Muhammad is born. This is Yemen, Abyssinia. All of this will be important. And Egypt has both Christians and Jews here. And this is the Byzantine Empire at the time.